And I have been talking this whole time with my mic muted, I just saw. I am a dumbass. It's too hot here to function, basically. I hope the mic is not picking up the fan in the background. But yeah, I was just doing an intro to the game that I had not played before this. Former broke 80s kid here. And I did not have as good access to games back in the day as I could have. But yeah, another genius move. This will take a little while to load. I'm not sure when I noticed the muting, but ooh, it's doing something now. It's doing something. Now, I'm getting used to using a new Stream Deck and have mic mute on there, and I accidentally had it muted. I'm not used to checking that out immediately anymore. All right, it seems I do need to reconfigure it to use my PlayStation controller as a joystick, because it's not doing it right now. But that's easy enough to do. Settings. Yes, please, give me some settings. Input devices. Ah, come on. All right, that works. And we did get soft locked trying this last week, actually. But we're going to go for the same two choices, I think. It doesn't matter. Apparently, the solutions are a little different depending on what character skills you're going for. But we'll go through the choices. Sid, an aspiring musician, trying to start his own new wave band. We've got Michael, award-winning photographer. And I missed the other half of that, because of course I did. Award-winning photographer for the college newspaper. Wendy wants to be a famous novelist and is waiting for a big break. Bernard, president of the physics club and winner of the college's Geek Award. Razor, lead singer for the punk band Razor and the Scumettes. Jeff usually hangs out on the beach. Responds to the name Surfer Dude. But yeah, I think again we'll probably go with sunglasses guy Sid, because I like his shades. And her hair is remarkable. It is very period. I'm trying to... Okay, I needed to unselect him first. Never mind. There, we've got them all selected. And this is Dave, Sandy's boyfriend. With the backstory being that Sandy is being held captive and we're trying to rescue her. That did not work too well last time. But I do have a walkthrough pulled up. And I'm going to pay better attention to it this time. At the time, if I'd had access, I'd have totally been using the same kind of walkthrough. I mean, used to have printed manuals. But... oh yeah, we have this funky little intro tube. sure. And I do have the volume turned down a little bit on the game. Let me know if the sound gets annoying in the future and I can actually adjust the volume on the game. Because I actually find that the chiptune audio gets a little annoying after a while. Let's swap discs. Virtually swap. Attach disk image. If I can get the right... Yeah, that side B. Push joystick button. Yes. Not a physical disk swap, but we're doing it manually anyway. I set up a file that should have auto-swapped them, but it just did not do properly. I probably fouled something up. I'm sure I saw Dr. Fred take Sandy here. It's up to us to get her out. This could be real dangerous. I heard Dr. Fred was kinda cute. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go rescue Sandy. Or maybe let's not. Let's read the sign. Trespassers will be horribly mutilated. Good to know. That's reassuring. Okay. At least once you get off of the opening screen there, that high-pitched noise shuts up. I do remember. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do it once you're in the house. I remember that. Spoiler, we're going for the house. All right, the bushes are their own thing, apparently. What is? What is bushes? I mean, there's not an examine. Read would make no sense. Can we push the bushes? We get the snail. I can't move it. How about if you try to pull the bushes? I don't think that is going to help us. It did. That uncovered a grate. I didn't do that last time. But let's actually put him up on the porch. We have a grate uncovered. We could have tried opening the grate, but maybe we shouldn't do that. I don't know. We swap to another character with... They do at least do F1, F3, and F5 shortcut keys. for swapping between the characters. So you don't have to do the new kid and manually select the name every time. Okay. No, my dude, don't go there. No, no, no. We want you to keep going. We don't want you to mess with the grate right now. Maybe later. Since that is a thing you may be able to do. But we're going to park him by the mailbox. Because we want somebody mowed the mailbox. Let's take her. You apparently only really need 2 characters. Well, one besides Dave to get through this, but you get 3. So we're just going to leave Shades dude Sid down by the mailbox right now. All right. Come here, stop that. This is about as awkward as using the Atari 2600 joystick that I used to use as a joystick. Walk to the key. We want to pick up the key. But this doesn't do full-on text adventure. It just makes you point and click. So she picked up the key, and we need to unlock the door. With key. I mean, the key is basically the only choice there that we have. Yes. Now, you can walk in, lady. Please. That'll make the thing shut up if you do. We should switch back to Dave and get him to go through the door. There. Finally. And we have a grandfather clock that we may be able to interact with, but I don't think we need to for this. So we're just going to walk her over here a little bit. Because you don't need to go on the stairs. You really don't. Go back to Dave. He better get in there. It's his girlfriend we're trying to rescue. I guess our headcanon here might be that she's in a band with Sid and Rocket, I believe her name was. The Scumettes. All right. And I am basically delaying opening the first door, but we can do that. All right. Cutscene time. Oh no. Sucking out her pretty brains. Dave and his friends will rescue me. You and your meteor can eat slime. Oh, wow. All right. If you say so. Okay, and we'll get back to that in just a sec. Trying to do something here quick. All right. Yeah, there we go. And I forget which one I think I want her to, do you need to push or pull that? I forget. We have 2 gargoyles. In case you couldn't tell, those were gargoyles. We're going to try pushing it and see if that opens the door. That's the wrong one to do it. Shit. Well, I guess I could send... I meant to switch back to her. We'll get her to do it. I have gotten a little spoiled by more modern games interfaces, I swear. And we need to switch back to him. And he needs to go through the door. And we need to go the basement. I remember this much. And there should actually be... let's take him down here. There should be a light switch somewhere. There's a nuclear reactor. There. What is light switch? And it's basically right from his shoulders. So, turn on. Turn on light switch. Yes, please, Dave. Much better. Much better. We have a nuclear reactor in the basement. Nothing to see here. And a suspicious puddle of something. Come on. Yeah, he will walk right back behind the ductwork, it looks like. Pick up. He needs that key. If I can get it. Yes, he needs that key. I don't think we can actually open that door. Maybe we don't want to. I think we're not going to right now. I think it's better not to. We're going to try to do the... No. No. We're going to try to do it the... pay attention to what is actually in the walkthrough. Come on. No, don't do that. It is annoying trying to get him to go in the right place. On the right part of the screen and not go back behind the nuclear reactor plumbing. When you're trying to get him to go back up the stairs. All right. You don't need to stay in the basement. Okay. We're going to quickly pause it so I can refresh my memory with what we do need to be doing next. Okay, yeah, we want to send Dave in. I remember we had a problem last time with wrong characters having the wrong things. You can exchange them, but then Dave actually got locked up in the dungeon, and it was not good when he had what we needed. So, walk to, and I'm trying to use my mouse. It does not work that way. Get two pointing devices attached to the same thing. All right. And we are indeed gonna go ahead and do a snapshot, because things may go pear-shaped pretty quick. Okay. Oh, this is annoying. My KDE taskbar is sticking up in the way. Something has it wanting to stay there. So yeah, we want him to open. It was getting in the way of us saving. All right. If we waited long enough, the person who is in the kitchen at the beginning apparently leaves. We did not run into them the last time through, but she may be in here now, and we don't want to meet her. So we are going to, if she's still in there, we're going to have to make a run for it, or she's going to put him in the dungeon. Okay, she's apparently gone. We took long enough at it. We need to pick up that flashlight, because we're going to need a flashlight. Nice. We have a silver key and a flashlight at this point. Oh, yeah. And we have the not worrying at all stuff over here. Well, we have very dull knives, a chainsaw in the kitchen, and what looked to be bloodstains on the wall. So, yeah, not at all worrying. And we need to open the fridge. What do we got in the fridge? Pick up, because we are going to want to get some things out of the fridge. Or do I need to what is over it before we can pick it up. Yeah, we have broken bottles of ketchup, so maybe that would explain the red stuff around. Probably not. We don't necessarily want the lettuce. I mean, we could take the cheese just because we want it. But we should have some other things in here. It is tricky getting the thing that you actually want selected with this, which I'm sure it wouldn't have been better back in the day. Another cutscene, apparently. I was talking with the mic muted. But yeah, it was a whole thing trying to get him to pick up the can of Pepsi. Just a whole thing. And I'm pausing it to look at the little walkthrough. All right, I just dropped something in the floor I needed to grab. But yeah, we will get back to this in a minute here. All right, we're done in the kitchen. We need to unpause. Walk 2. He can leave the kitchen now. He got everything. I'm just going to continue with him as far as I can and hope that the other kid at the mailbox gets freed up. Since we got our third one locked in the dungeon. But luckily, they can apparently both do the same things. So... and all the way down to the end. And we need to open that door. And he can walk through, hopefully. And he ends up in another dark space. Not a big spoiler. No. It's the next door he goes through. Yeah, we have a living room here. I remember he goes through into another dark space. But yeah, that is the next one. We'll go ahead, pull cabinet door. Open cabinet door. Yes, it opens. What is cassette player? And we do not have a cassette yet. We can't use the couch, it's sad. And nothing we can do with the windows. There, now we get those doors. With the Pepto-Bismol pink carpet and curtains and doors in here. Now we're back in the dark. And we're going to walk to what is around a little bit. Yes, there is a lamp right at him. Yeah, turn on lamp, please. It apparently was very specific with where it wanted you to click. Okay. I did look through here before, but yeah, we have a loose panel. There's not much else you can interact with in here. Does open work? Or do we need to pull or push it? Okay, that worked. And now we need to pick up the cassette. And we got it in his inventory. All right. Let's try the sign. I remember this vaguely. What is? What is sign? Read sign. Oh my goodness. It is being very particular about trying to select read. It really is. Read sign. Yes, please. Staircase out of order. And yeah, it won't let him use the stairs. Another incoming cutscene. Mommy, I'm worried about him. He hasn't been at dinner for 5 years. Those bodies, What's your point, Ed? All right, Ed, what is your point? It's apparently business as usual in their household. Okay. 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 Go back and go up the stairs. With him. And that is a multi-purpose snail. It shows that it's loading. It shows that it is paused. But if Dave will ever get back to the hall, he should go up the stairs. Ooh. Excuse me. Walk to somewhere up the stairs. Yes, please. And I think we are wanting... There are more gargoyles. I don't know if we can find anything interesting by messing with them. We could try it. Push a gargoyle? Okay, it won't actually let you select the ones up here. Maybe it wants you to what is it first? Because it was peculiar about that with particular and peculiar both with the stuff in the fridge. Oh, hey, Thriller. Yeah, we're back on Retro Night here. Got soft-locked. This is the same game as last week. We just got soft-locked on it. So we're trying to get through it again with a walkthrough. But yeah, welcome in. And this is a good moment to pause. We're still very early in doing it over again. We got soft-locked and had to start over from the beginning, which was really fun. We're not that far in this time, but we already had one of our party thrown in the dungeon. So that's nice. We want to open that door. And he needs to go in there. But we do have one spare party member and who can do the same things. And this one has not been. Yeah, it is so frustrating with the older games especially. They did just all come with printed manuals and stuff back in the day. So I'm not as bothered about that. Okay. Oh, yeah. We need to what is over things before it will let us pick it up. He definitely needs that wax fruit and the paint remover. You can see he's mousing over things and it's just, well, not mousing, joysticking over things. And it is selecting totally different items. I don't know if he needs the paintbrush, but he's going to pick that up. Now, this is really complicated for back in the day. They did do a pretty complicated story on this one. Let's go over here and check this box out. It is a crate. Let's open the crate. If it will let us. Open, please. It does not seem to open. So yeah, we got him finished. I'm going to actually take him in there and consult the guide again. Okay, there is a door that he wants to go through. Now that he's back out on the landing. Well, once he gets back out on the landing. Or the upstairs hallway. He's at the top of the stairs. And apparently there's different artwork on different versions of this game. Different editions of the game. I think that is actually supposed to be the steel door we're supposed to go through. It doesn't look like a steel door. But, and yet, that takes him where he's supposed to go. We're supposed to go up the steps. And now we get to meet our tentacle buddy. I believe you were actually by when we were talking to the tentacle before last week. But we're back to the tentacle. Hello, Mr. Tentacle. Hello, Mr. Tentacle. And he blocks our way. And you can't just talk to him, apparently. We need to give him... We need to save the drinks. I remember that. We need to save the drinks. He really likes wax fruit. Yes, give bowl of wax fruit to Green Tentacle. I never played it before I started into it either. Well, my favorite, wax fruit, is apparently what he wanted. Now he is thirsty. And we want to save the Pepsi for something else, so he gets the fruit drinks. And it looks like we're... Ah! What the hell? Give. I'm going to try to give our friend the tentacle the fruit drinks again, but we have an enforced break coming up. And that otherwise is a good place to pause. Well, he moves over out of our way. This is a good pause point and good chance to get a drink, get up, stretch, whatever you need to do. We'll be back. Okay, we should be back now. Now let's get back to it. What was Dave up to? I guess he got the tentacle to move out of the way, and he can't just go talk to the tentacle like a normal person. He's just going to start trying to open doors and see what it gets him. I think he needs to go up the stairs, but I'm curious to see what opening the door does. It may get him thrown into the dungeon, for all I know. We're improvising here. Another dark room. We'll probably want to come back at some point. Somebody will want to come back. We still have that other kid down by the mailbox who has not done his job yet, and we'll have to take up the slack from the other one that got thrown in the dungeon after he does get loose. But everything we've got so far needs to be done by Dave. We needed to go up here and wait a minute. I'm going to pause this. He's just going to stand with his face in a plate. I'm just double checking where we do need to go. Go up the stairs and enter the first door. All right. We need to go in the first door, because I don't know what door is what. And honestly, I'm not willing to go through and get thrown in the dungeon again right now. I have to admit, I didn't have a lot of patience for this kind of game in the 80s. It didn't help that I did not tend to have the printed manuals with it. So, the equivalent of walkthroughs. Yeah, that's not where we want to go. She's throwing his ass in the dungeon. We got the wrong door, and he's getting his ass thrown in the dungeon. We do have a snapshot from earlier in the game, and I think I'm going to pull that up, because we managed to soft lock ourselves again that way. I don't think we want to be tied to anybody's bed in that house. No. All right. Now, if I am correct, I'm going to not do a snapshot here, because, we're going to be going way back in the game. I think if I just do load snapshot, that should do it. We are playing in an emulator on Vice here. And yeah. That's not the right one. But it did load. That was the one from last time after we got Dave thrown in the dungeon with the key we needed. And the other two were left upstairs. So, yeah, we just keep kind of failing at this game. There. Yeah. I think he needs to go in the kitchen now and get the stuff out of there. And I'm trying to use my mouse. Okay, I mean, there's multiple stuff he needs to get. We are much earlier in the game. We should do more frequent snapshots. We really should. But yeah, they just keep getting thrown in the dungeon. We already have the first kid in the dungeon. He needs to get the stuff out of the fridge, which was a whole pain in the ass. Oh, hey, welcome in. We just had to reload from a snapshot to an earlier point in the game. We need to do more frequent snapshots on this thing, because that is a better idea. Okay, we what is over everything. We can hopefully actually pick it up now. Yes. He already has the key that he needs eventually. Pick up. Please pick it up. It automatically switches from pick up back to walk to, which is okay a lot of the time, but not if you're wanting to pick up multiple things in a row from the same place. Here, it's reasonably okay. I'm not going to take the lettuce. But what if he wants a sandwich? What then? Take him through the door. Okay, yeah, and this one it can make us nervous because we're not sure what he's doing. Cutscene with one of the inhabitants in here doing something. And we're back to here with nothing in the big dining room but a rotting turkey and a week-old piece of ham. Something like that. Time for another cutscene. Yeah, we don't want to get thrown in the dungeon again. Okay, she was not thrown in the dungeon yet, but she's going to be. I think we just got one thrown in the dungeon. But we still have one out by the mailbox. So it ought to be okay. We just keep getting people thrown in the dungeon. I thought the cutscene with him leaving the room might mean that he might appear somewhere that we didn't want him. Yep. This really is a little frustrating. But yeah, we're not going to even look at the old food right now. We're just going to keep walking. He has some other things he needs to get out of here. Open. Come on, man. Come on, boy. Yes. What is? Glass jar, fruit drinks, tentacle chow. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's actually about midnight here, too. But thanks for stopping by, and hope you can stop back by at a better time sometime. Let's pick up. I'm vampire shift around here, basically. Awkward schedule for people in multiple time zones. Pick up. I don't know if we're going to need the tentacle chow, but I'm going to pick it up. We don't want to pick up the shelves. Keep playing this. Do we need... I don't think we need the canned goods, but I'm going to pick them up. I think he's okay in here, I hope. I hope. Just keep him out of the main halls. But yeah, I think we may snapshot this again in a minute. Even though we already lost one to the dungeon, we don't need to lose more. That is a long dining table, long dining room. I'm going to snapshot it again. And it keeps defaulting to not the directory I want, which I need to change. All right, save. Nice. All right. We successfully picked up the stuff. And we're in this room. Well, we will be in a second. I can't help but get a tad nervous in the kitchen. But what do I know? As I recall, this is time to take Dave. Hopefully Ed will not pop out, or nobody will pop out and grab him. Hopefully, before he can get down to where he wants to be. We need to open that door and go in. And this is before he's even managed to get upstairs. And now there is the lamp. Or there should be. No, this is the room he needs to go to get to the lamp. Never mind. Go through the living room. Get to the other dark room. All right. We're making some progress again, I think. We'll try going straight for turn on. No. My man. Maybe I need to what is before it will let me find the lamp. Maybe it walked him too far over. We will walk to and not take him totally off the edge. but just over to the side, hopefully. Ah, well. Okay, I think he's sort of standing in the doorway, maybe? Maybe. There should be a door. There's the lamp. Turn on. Lamp. Please. Then you can maybe see what you're doing. Maybe. And he can't automatically go up those stairs because they're out of order. However that works. And we will, what is over the panel again? Yes. Open the panel. Okay, pick up cassette tape. And honestly, before we get much further again, I should probably save this kid. And we don't want to put that in the cassette player yet. But this is the one that you put in the cassette player eventually. And I'm automatically trying to not use the mouse. We don't want to load, we want to save. What the hell am I doing here? I have to ask myself that a lot. We are not loading, we are saving. Yes. However laboriously. All right. Now, from here, I think we have everything. We do. Did we get... No, we need... I think this is where we need to go up the stairs. Yeah, this is where we need to go up the stairs. For the first time. Come on, Dave, you can do it, and hopefully not get caught. And thrown into dumb kid jail. That's what we're calling it now. Great family portraits. Go in that door. Not some other door. Yet. All right. Yeah. It goes back between. Now we're going to have the paint remover. And the wax fruit. Yeah, and there is the purple slime. Nothing to see here, just purple slime. All right. I'm nervous having him out in the hall. Even if we are in a paranoid way, I think we need to go through that door with the middle door that is open looking. Yeah, he does have the fruit drinks. Just double checking that he has what he needs to get past the green tentacle. He should. Because the open door there is the one to get past the green tentacle. And I think as soon as we give the stuff to him, we should probably snapshot it. Because I'm getting a little paranoid here. For a good reason. We don't want to be thrown into dumb kid jail again. The guy who has all of the stuff at the moment. I was hoping we could get this totally finished tonight, but I don't know. The way we're going. Hello, Mr. Green Tentacle. We get to talk to you again. And without reading something, how on earth would you know that you're supposed to give that tentacle a bowl of wax fruit or something to eat? We won't give, not walk to. Give bowl of wax fruit. Just what he wanted. Yes. My favorite. Now I'm thirsty. I mean, you would think if they want wax fruit, they'd like the paint thinner to drink with it. But apparently that's not what they want. Oh my God. Give fruit drinks to Mr. Green Tentacle. Cutscene. Cutscene. We don't have anybody out in the hall to nab at this point, so hopefully we're good. Oh yeah, the daddy's been acting strange talk. Strange even for daddy, apparently. He hasn't been at dinner for 5 years. All right. What's your point, Ed? But yeah, thankfully nobody is out in the hallway to get nabbed at the very moment. I don't think they count. Yes, finally we can give the tentacle the fruit drinks. Did that didn't make him move away? Okay, now he's moving away. This is a good time to pause and snapshot it before we even do anything else. All right. There. We are paused. And I think he need to go over this way. Yeah, that's how he gets to those stairs. How many levels has this place got? It is Maniac Mansion. Architectural maniac doing it, apparently. Okay. And it was the first door, not the second door. No time like the present, I guess. We are saved. Yeah, we're in here. And I'm pausing for a second to make sure what we do need to do in here. Okay, we need to pick up a dime. And then we need to get out of here. And that looks like it would be the dime. Do I need to, what is it first? No. We need the dime, apparently. And we need the ladder. Before somebody barges in on us down here. Is that likely to happen? I don't know. I don't want to find out. We can go upstairs. Up the ladder. Ah, yes, back to the I'm a Rocker tour room. That does appear to be Green Tentacle's room. Hello, Green Tentacle, who is very depressed. He's never going to get his band started. My life is going nowhere. I'm never going to amount to anything. Apparently, our Green Tentacle has dreams. Everyone needs a dream. We want to take his record, however. Was there something else we needed to take in here? I think there was. Okay, we're paused again. We want a yellow key. If we can find the yellow key. Can we see a yellow key? Is it over here, maybe? Ah, that does not look very yellow, but that looks like maybe another key hanging on the wall. We're just going to yoink it from right by Mr. Green Tentacle. I guess he's moping enough he's probably not going to notice or care. Okay, we got the key. Now that we have the key, what do we need to do? We need to go back into the hall, skip the next 2 doors, and enter the 4th door. Let's be sure we're skipping the right doors. Or probably back to the dungeon for us. I think this is also a good time to do Paranoid Snapshot. I may be over snapshotting this thing, but I'm tired of getting thrown in the dungeon. One benefit to running on an emulator, you can do that. All right. We're going back down. Back to the hallway. Let's make sure what is that is a radio. Come on now. Walk. Walk. If I can get it to the right spot. Skip the next 2 doors and go in the 4th. I hope that's right. And won't get us thrown into dumb kid jail. Okay, yeah. We're back in the room with the sarcophagus and the girly calendar. And the bins of body parts. Apparently. Did we need to open the sarcophagus? I don't think we actually did, but I'm going to do it. Because we can. Yeah, it has a screen in it. Yeah, it has a TV. Conveniently placed. But we want to use the Hunk-O-Matic, apparently. Use Hunk-O-Matic. Get Dave in Hunkified. Apparently. All right. He feels much stronger now. That's good. We're going to snapshot it again, and I wish with this I did just have a, we don't want to do that. I wish we had a quick hotkey going, but we don't. It is a whole thing every time we do, but we have it saved. And we're back on walk 2. Let's double check where we do need to be walking to next. Yep, playing tricks. Luckily, we did not get in the dungeon that time. Nobody got in the dungeon. Maybe it is actually time for another snapshot once we get out of the cutscene. I think it probably is. This is ridiculous, but this whole thing is ridiculous. I am so glad this is running in an emulator. Like I said, I would have rage quit well before this. Especially considering I was like in middle school when this came out. So, yeah. And I'm really dating myself here. I don't want to take him out in the hall yet again. I want to, is he going to get caught if he goes out in the hall again? We just snapshotted. I was about to say screenshotted. But yeah, we're not going to loiter around here. We better not. That takes him back into here. That's not what he wants. Okay, he wants the stairs. I think. Okay. Okay, we want to go in the room all the way to the right. This is the, yeah, we want this door. I'm pretty sure. Let's hope that this is, in fact, the door we want. Okay. Well, what is that? We have a typewriter, a man-eating plant. How lovely. We have a typewriter that is probably actually used for one of these solutions, I'm guessing. And a whole family photo. I don't know that this is where we actually want to be, but at least it's not looking like a dangerous place to be at the moment. Yeah, I think maybe this is not where we want to be. Are we wanting to be down a floor? And if so, how the hell do we get back down there? I'm pretty sure that... Where does this take us? That is the stairs, I think. Okay. We want basically that door on the next floor down, I think. No. It is the floor after we go down from here. This was where we met our green tentacle new friend. I'm not sure when we want to bring the package down. Well, bring the package in, because I think we want the package at some point. And this is the stairs. You can kind of see, I think that's the stairs. Yes. And I'm pretty sure, is this the floor that we walked the door to the far right? I think it is. All right. No time like the present to go in, I guess. And we'll see what happens. Yes, this is the music room. And I will indeed pause, and we do want the music room. Okay, and this is another one that there's no way I would have figured out the sequence of events that you're wanting without looking at a walkthrough. Absolutely no way. Yeah, we have a Victrola. We have the cassette player. We do not actually want that record. We want to use the tape that we picked up before. Use the tape, not cheese. I want the down arrow. Use the tape in there. And we want to use I think I'm getting the sequence here right. Use the record we take from Green Tentacle's room and put it in here. And then we basically want to dub it. I guess we need to use the turn on the tape recorder. And then we need to turn on the record player. We're basically just wanting to dub it over. I certainly remember doing plenty of that back in the day, just not with a Victrola. We selected the record and not the Victrola. Yeah, we want to do that. We've got a lovely tone. Stop making that noise. And, yeah. Turn off Victrola. Please. Yes, thank you. Turn off cassette recorder. I think we want to pick up the tape out of it. Yes. Now that we copied that onto there, that terrible noise, we want to turn on the TV. Which, yeah, I never would have guessed the sequence. Watch Snail-O-Vision. It looks like. Put inside one and push joystick button. We get to do a virtual disk swap again. And yeah, that should be, yeah, side A. Press the button. And this will be a minute to load. Marketeer, whose company will publish anything if you mail it in. 3 guys who publish anything. Well then. Okay, I guess we get more of the, I guess you would have to call cinematics on disc 1. And more of the actual gameplay on disc 2. That's what it's looking like. But yeah. Get that loaded. And what do we got? Besides time to, why am I'm hitting escape to try to pause it when that's not how you need to pause this. We are going to do this again. There. And I will take a quick look at what we need to do after that. We're just trying to run out of this. We need to go to the, yeah. Now it's time to use the first cassette player that we needed. We saw. I'm crazy. We need to somehow find an old rusty key. But yeah, we need to take that tape down to the other cassette player and hopefully not get jailed in the process. So we're going to do that. I hope. And I think we'll get another great recital of that recording. I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that. We're back at the stairs. And we needed to go in the room all the way over to the right here. I'm pretty sure. I think that was where the living room was with the cassette player. All right, yeah, we have that. We need to use cassette tape in there. I'm guessing we probably need to turn that on. We do not want to turn on the cabinet door. We want to turn on the cassette player, or do we? Not really. And now we get to wait for the breaking glass to happen once the chandelier blows up. Apparently it's time you can turn it off. Thankfully, You'd think that would get everyone in the house's attention. Maybe the old rusty key is over where this was? Oh yeah, there's a key in the floor. There's broken glass in the windows, a broken chandelier, and there's the key. Okay, pick up that key. We don't want the broken chandelier. We really don't want the broken chandelier. We are doing this thing again before we go back out of this room and maybe get busted. I'm not even pretending to be playing this old school at the moment. Other than the agonizing. And actually, we have an enforced break coming up shortly. This is a good place to pause. Good chance to get up, get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do. And we will be back in a few. Okay, we should be back. We'll get back to it in a second. And it is apparently the time that Dave can escape the house for a little while at least. I mean, if it weren't for his girlfriend in the dungeon and the other kid who got nabbed, I think Dave would like to just not go back in the house. But he gets to go outside again for a minute. Open the front doors. Yes, please. Please go outside before you get busted. Okay. And we're back to the terrible noise that I think maybe is supposed to be crickets. I mean, that is my best guess. It could be about anything. But yeah, we need to go over to the other kid here, Sid. Hello, Sid? We can't actually talk to Sid. We need to give a couple of things to him, including the key that we just picked up. We finally have a key that will let you out of the dungeon if you get thrown into the dungeon. So there's that. So Sid can have the keys. Airman on the outside, for the moment, can have the keys. We don't have the other front door key because it's in the dungeon with the other kid. So I hope we're not going to get locked by that. If nothing else, he can use the rusty key to get the dungeon, I think. He doesn't need the silver key. And apparently that is what, besides the other key that we don't actually have because it's locked in the dungeon, that's what we need. So he can't actually get in if we leave him here. So that sucks. My thought is that we should probably take him inside and hide him somewhere. That would be my thought. I'm going to pause it and take a quick look at what we need to get doing here. Okay, we're apparently going to have a lot of snapshot action being needed pretty soon. But we don't have the front door key. I need to make sure. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be fun. We're getting into what passes for hectic action with this game. So let's go. We need to exchange things here. Switch to Sid. Let's make sure that it did actually switch to Sid. I mean, they're both in the same place. Yeah. Package. Old rusty key. He has the old rusty key to the dungeon. I'm just not sure if he's going to be able to get back in the house when he needs to. But he needs to be out here. But he needs to give the package. Give package to Dave. And let's switch back to Dave. Dave needs to open the package. And then stuff that is in the package we are going to need. Okay. Uncancelled steps. So we do have them in our inventory. We don't need to like pick them up or anything. So we need to take him at this point. We went ahead and actually uncovered that grate before. So he actually needs to try to open that grate. I'm not sure if open does it. Yeah, it does. He needed the Hunkomatic machine to pump him up. Apparently you need to use that before you could actually open the grate. And he needs to go back inside and go back into the pantry. So we're going to do that. I hope. I am hopeful that we'll be able to get this finished tonight. I am hopeful. We're going to go back inside. Maybe, to be safe, we're going to be doing a lot of snapshotting action here, but I'm going to do it right here to be safe. Because as soon as he steps in, with my luck, he will get nabbed. All right. Come on, Dave. Get back in there. Make yourself useful. We need kitchen. And then we go through there. Hope nobody's in here to intercept us. But Airman with the dungeon keys on the outside. Did he not pick up the flashlight? We're going to pick up the flashlight. Or does it just show it lying there when it's not? All right. Did we somehow... No, we have the batteries. I could have sworn we got the flashlight before. But maybe we didn't. We were supposed to. We're back into... We should go back into the pantry, which for some reason is on the other side of this big old long dining room. And he'll go in there. if he can. All right, and we can apparently use one key that we picked up. I'll have to silver key unlocks that. Use unlock. Unlock that with silver key. It just told us to give that silver key. Yeah, it was the other key. Never mind. Yes. Unlock door with silver key. Please go ahead and do it, my man. Please go ahead and do it. Yes, I get impatient here. Right. All right. And Airman on the outside is supposed to go down through the grating after he goes in here. Excuse me, I can get half choked on my drink. And he needs to use that glass jar with a swimming pool. All right. And now, quick, we need to switch back over and make our other guy go in through that grating. And frankly, before we send him down there, I should probably save it. I will save it before we get down there. And get it to shut up first. We're just going to have so many snapshots on this. Every few minutes, we're snapshotting this. And it's going to be even more now, I think. Yeah, he needs to go down there. Walk to the right under the house. Excuse me. And we did just save it. It was specifically telling you to save it. But we did before we took him down in here. We need to walk down. Is that a switch? Or valve? Yeah, that is the water valve we want. Turn on the water valve. We're emptying the pool and shutting down the cooling system. And we switch back to Dave pretty fast. Did we want to turn it? Yeah, turn on, I think. Switch back to Dave quick. Now it seems to cutscene it. Okay. I am doing another save here because I'm paranoid. I know this kind of breaks up the gameplay, but not as much as having to start over. All right. Switch to Dave. Quickly, you go down, pick up stuff that is down there, and get back up the ladder. You apparently just want to, like, drain the pool so you can get stuff out. Yes, please go down. Okay, we're gonna have another meltdown. How can I take over the world when I'm on a budget? It sucks to be you, I guess. Okay, now there's a purple tentacle. I guess that would be the purple slime source. That alarm is so annoying. We have the purple tentacle. I guess we're trying to beat the purple tentacle to go pick this shit up. Shit! Yeah, you had better use the ladder, kid. Hurry it up. Or you're probably going to be in the freaking dungeon again. All right. We do not want to use the red button. I know that much. We want to pick up the radio when there's a key. There's no one here. No pesky meddling kids or anything, you mean? All right. Now, pick up. And pick up radio. Oh my God, come on, get your act together, Dave. Pick up radio and there's another key. Pick up the key. Okay, we got that. And then we can go back up the ladder, because the next thing we need to do is get the other kid to turn the water back on. So we don't want to drown Dave in there. So yeah, I'm just going to leave him up at the top of there and switch over to the other kid. Switch the valve. Yep. I'm just pausing again. We don't want a meltdown. We averted a nuclear meltdown in their basement. It would be inconvenient if the whole thing melted down. I hope we averted a meltdown. I really do. Because otherwise that would suck. Okay. How do we even... I'm getting switched to Dave. I'm still thinking that it's probably a good idea to snapshot it. I think the really tricky bits are taken care of, I think. But I am doing this to be safe. All right, switch to Dave. I think that is maybe cutscene. Oh yeah, there's water back in it. Now the question becomes, where is the garage? Is it past the swimming pool? I mean, that actually seems reasonable. Is it this way? He can't walk that way. I don't know. Can he go out that gate? Open gate? Is that the way to the garage? Because it doesn't actually say how to get to the garage. You're supposed to go in the garage? Another cinematic, apparently. Oh no, we're apparently, I think that is the garage. I think it is. We got multi-purpose disc swaps here. Is that the door we're supposed to open? Yeah. He should be able to open that. Again, only the person who used the Hunk-O-Matic has the strength to open that garage door. And we have a super cool car, apparently. I guess that's supposed to be a super cool car. And what is he supposed to do once he's in the garage? Okay, open. That is apparently supposed to be an Edsel. But we're apparently supposed to use that yellow key to open the trunk on it. Use. We need to get some kind of something out of the trunk. Use yellow key to open the Edsel trunk. Pick up tools. Is there anything else that we need to do here? We do not want to start the car. We apparently need to go back to the Hunk-O-Matic machine room. All right. If I can remember how to get there. I will probably end up having to do a little consultation again. And it is, yeah, coming back from the garage, it's time for another disc swap. Am I surprised? Not hardly. All right. Push joystick button. Okay. I probably will have to consult again exactly where the Hunk-O-Matic was. Because there are too many rooms with too many things in them in this place. Maniac Mansion. All right. I'm leaving him lurking in here for the moment while I consult where he's supposed to go from here. Yes, I hope I didn't make too annoying noises into the mic. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out which hall we are supposed to be going to. Hopefully we're not going to get busted in any of them. Hopefully. That is big hope. Hello? Nobody come in the kitchen, please. The next floor up is where the music room is. We don't want that. We want to go up at least one more floor. I'm just trying to remember which floor we are heading for with the Hunk-O-Matic. I think it is the one below the green tentacles. I think. Okay. It's not this floor. I think it's this one. We want to go in the fourth door. I think. And we're likely to get busted. Maybe it is up a floor because there's not a fourth door as such. This is not the calming kind of game. It's really not. Okay. Maybe it's up here. We're looking for somewhere with a fourth door. Okay, yeah, this Pepto-Bismol pink with the pattern on the wallpaper. And door number 4 that is open. That must be the Hunk-O-Matic room. I hope. We'll see. Yes, that is the Hunk-O-Matic room. I am pausing it here. I am actually going to snapshot that. I mean, I could do quick save snapshot. That is an option, but that would not put it where I want it, since it seems to be defaulting to location that we don't want. But we're back to the Hunk-O-Matic. Okay. Well, at one point it is saying we want to switch to the third person because we're going to need to get somebody back into the basement. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay. Okay. Wait by the door that leads to the hall. We're doing that. We're wanting to switch to Sid/Razor. Go back through the grate to the front of the door. Push the doorbell. Hustle inside and get to the kitchen. So, yeah. We did just save. We're going to try doing that. We want to try to beat Ed coming to the door again. Weird Ed. Nobody wants to meet Weird Ed. He needs to go back out and back outside. Through the grate. And we take him up and hide him in the kitchen. Okay, I think that's the shit. All right, he'll have to go back outside again. And hopefully we don't misclick everything. From here, we use the doorbell, go in, use the doorbell, quick run in, and go to the kitchen. Actually, I am indeed gonna do another snapshot so we don't have to run him up again. So, there we go. And now, we need to use the doorbell. Or do we push the doorbell? I don't even know. If I can get the thing. That's clearly not the doorbell. Is that the doorbell? That's the doorbell. Get him in there. Get him in that kitchen fast. Hopefully, Ed will not catch him, or we're reloading a snapshot. Okay, he is in the kitchen. And we will switch to Dave. That gets Ed out of his room. Okay, we're back into the dungeon. I guess that's not the dungeon. That is whatever room they're keeping her in that does not have third kid in it, apparently. I don't even know. Stop playing with the lab experiments. Okay, we need to switch to Dave. And we did get the cutscene of Ed. I'm pretty sure we already got the cutscene of Ed leaving. So, yeah. We're trying to switch to Dave. And we won't, I'm pretty sure that we did already get the cutscene with Dave, with Ed going to check the door. Open the first door to you want the next door over. Apparently. I'm pretty sure that he would have left by now. But we want to go into Ed's room while he's not in it. Open. I hope Ed's not in there. Okay. We want to pick up, or is... We're getting another cutscene. Something tells me we are low on time. That is about the same as before. We need a hamster, a card key. Open that piggy bank. We are going to be short on time here. I'm pretty sure. We need pick up, and I'm trying to use my mouse again. Pick up that, I guess that's the hamster. Where is there a card key? I guess the hamster was obscuring the card key. Yeah, I guess he picked it up. I just want to make sure he has it. Yeah. Open piggy bank. There should be a dime. And Ed's catching him. He's going back to the dungeon. This fucking sucks. This just fucking sucks. We are reloading from one snapshot or another here. I'm trying to decide what is our best bet. The timing really is tight on this shit. And I'm pausing at every opportunity that I can pause, pretty much. Okay, we are going to go from here. Okay, he still needs to ring the doorbell. And get his sorry butt in here and in. Fuck. Okay, I think that is the problem. We are not being quick enough getting him into the. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that again and see if we can't get him in quicker and into the kitchen before that cutscene does, and then quick switch over. All right. We are in our, we are on news. And thankfully, in this case, it does auto switch us over to walk 2. No, no, no. We don't want to do that. We want to use the doorbell. And then as soon as we can, get over there, get his ass into, well, we're going to get his ass into the kitchen as soon as we can. It is cutscening before we can get him into the kitchen. No matter what we do here. Okay, it's that cutscene. The very period appropriate janky controls are just not helping with anything. Yeah. Can't get him through there before we get the Ed cutscene. with him trying to go the door. Now, get your lousy butt into the kitchen. And now we need to quick switch over to Dave and try to get him into Ed's room while Ed is still gone. Then before he comes back. Okay, we know that Ed is gone. We do not have any time to hesitate here. And we need to be ready to pick shit up. Actually, we need to be ready to walk in the door and then pick shit up. Pick up his hamster before you even go anywhere further. And there's the card key under it that you need to go back to pick up. And we're back to another fucking cutscene. With Ed coming back. In just a minute. Yeah, too bad we can't have our second kid come out and knock him in the head to get him out of the way. Pick up. Jesus Christ, pick up. And then I want to get him back in. Hopefully we can get him back into the Hunkomatic room before Ed gets back. And catches him. Shit. All right. We're an agent of the evil meteor now. Okay. Okay, we're off to the dungeon again. I am actually, this is my point, that as close as we are to the end, I am rage quitting for the night. I will quickly look for somewhere to raid out to. I'll probably actually come back on with another game, or I may just chill, because I feel like I need to chill at this point. But yeah, my next scheduled stream is The Long Dark, Friday. But we'll look for someone to raid out to quick. This is ridiculous. This is very ridiculous. We do have the snapshot to come back from. So there is that. And I need to remember what we were doing. But we will get and look at somewhere to raid out to that is actually doing retro. I think. That's probably the way to go right now. I'm not sure we'll be able to get anybody doing C64 games tonight. But let's see what we've got. We've got Waffle Dynasty doing Breath of Fire 3. That looks kind of cool. May as well try going over there. Thanks everybody for stopping by. And I will keep this stream up until that goes through. But everybody have a good one and hope to see you soon.
Vad det krävs, vad det tar så ska jag härifrån. Vad det kostar, vad det krävs, vad det tar så ska jag härifrån. Jag måste härifrån, bort härifrån. Jag måste ta mig härifrån. Vad som än krävs, vad det tar så ska jag härifrån. Vad det kostar, vad som än krävs, vad det tar så ska jag härifrån. Jag måste härifrån, bort härifrån. Jag måste långt härifrån.